had me unbelievably prepared. I went in because I was so ignorant, confident. It was like getting hit by a board when Mr. Takapina did my examination, but I really wasn't doing it for myself. I was doing it for the women in the country, and I got very little sleep.
Mm-hmm. You slayed it though, Eugene.
Every day was exciting. It's an incredible feeling to feel the waves across the country behind us. And the end, when I told what happened, I was heard. I was heard in federal court. I was heard in federal court in front of a jury of my peers. They weighed the evidence, and the truth was established. And the system works. It's amazing how this process worked after 2 weeks. I was astounded that it actually worked. And the reason it worked is Robbie Kaplan.
It helps to have a good lawyer to make the system work for you.
Right.
But I mean, you had a jury of 9. 6 men and 3 women on the jury. There's once things are in the hands of the jury, you never know what each individual juror is bringing to those deliberations, what their hangups or own experiences or prejudices might be, despite the fact that the process is designed to make sure you have a fair jury. Clearly, this is a ruling that shook the former president. The prospect of more accountability to come appears to be very unsettling to him. I think it is creating a sort of wave across the country of people feeling like you are speaking for a lot of people and not just yourself. But Robbie, you have sued this former president a lot. And you have been the point of the spear for some of the legal accountability that he seems least able to handle. And I wonder how that's changed your life.
Well, he doesn't like me very much, that's for sure. And he's kind of obsessed with the fact that my firm and some of the lawyers I work with have other cases against him. But I think in terms of my life, it's the same job, whether I'm suing Trump on behalf of Eugene or we're suing the Charlottesville Nazis or we're suing someone else. The job is the same. It's to litigate the facts, to marshal the evidence, to convince a jury, as we did in both cases. And here we had the best possible plaintiff and possible client to tell her story, to speak her truth. And as we said on our team, just let Eugene be Eugene. Mm-hmm. And she was, and the jury loved her, as they should have.
Let me ask you, as a matter of law and advocacy here, this case has got me thinking about other people who have or may have defamation claims against the same former president. People like the Georgia election workers, Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss. They have sued a few conservative media outlets and Rudy Giuliani for defamation. They haven't sued the president himself. But arguably, they've got the same kind of case to be able to make against him. Do you think the success of this case doesn't just buoy people who feel like finally accountability, finally truth being nailed to the wall and not led to slide down, but does it have the potential to change the legal landscape for other civil cases against Trump?
I think it does, because he's actually a very good defamation defendant, if you're planning to sue for defamation, because he lies all the time. He lies as a matter of habit. He lies about big things. He lies about small things. And in this case, we were able to show those lies, not only about it being fake news and a hoax and a made-up story, but even when I showed him that famous photo where he mistook E. Jean for Marla Maples, when he realized he'd made the mistake, he then said the photo's blurry. The photo was not blurry, right, but it was classic Donald Trump. And I think the jury really heard that. They really absorbed it. And that's why we got a verdict in 2.5 hours.
See, this is the reason that this is a bigger, I'm sorry to put it in these terms, because I feel like I'm a little like casting a movie about it or something. But you saying that it's a disadvantage that he lies so much, I feel like it's the first time I've heard that in 7 years. The ability to lie without shame and without any sort of tell, without any sort of remorse about it whatsoever, and about even the most important things, has always seemed like a political superpower to him. You've turned it into the opposite by virtue of the court system.
He's revived defamation law. Donald Trump, single-handedly.
Eugene, let me just ask you one last question here. I was I was struck by what you said about Trump's latest comments on CNN, and I know you didn't watch them live, which somehow gives me great comfort. But you said his words wound people. You used the plural there. Not that they wound me, or this is a way to wound women. You're talking about I'm just struck by your use of the word people there, plural. What did you mean by that?
Remember when he came, I've seen now clips of the CNN town hall, when he came on stage, right after our enormous victory, and he made jokes about sexual assault. I couldn't believe the pain he was causing to thousands of people by joking about sexual assault. And that's how he hurts people. That's how he hurts people. And I'd love to have Robbie Kaplan just shut him up.
E. Jean Carroll, Robbie Kaplan, thank you.
Thank you, Rach.
Thank you. Thank you. It's good to see you both.
Nice to see you.